Isn't it crazy how people used to drive with no GPS?
Oh yeah, my father.
No, sorry, my brain just like. Yeah,
my father. He used to drive the ambulance. I don't know, it's not quite the ambulance, but they transport people. It's like accessoride before accessoride, and they called it ambulance. But he would drive around New York City, no map, nothing.
Freestyling
he knows it like the back of his head.
Raw dog in New York City.
Raw dog in New York City behind the wheel.
That's crazy to me that people just used to fucking. So what's even crazier, the people that sailed to the United States of America.
Yep.
Christopher Columbus is like, yo, I'm gonna get there. Like if I told you, yo, Dave, you gotta swim to Hawaii right now. You gotta take a boat to Hawaii. Go for it. Figure it out. These motherfuckers sailed the Atlantic Ocean with no map. No GPS, no satellites. They just kind of freestyled it. Like, all right, let's get in this boat and we'll just go that way.
Yeah. Even as fabricated as history may be, you still got to look at stuff like that with, like, my God, the amount of valor that you got to have, the balls to just hop into a boat or maybe hop into a car or get on top of a horse, and wherever you end up, hey, that's where we're at.
I equate it to, like, because people be hating on Christopher Columbus. I mean, he did something kind of bold. It would be the equivalent of like, yo, we're going to Mars. We don't know how to get there. No one's ever went there before. We don't know if we're going to make it, but we're going to try our best. Yeah. Let's go. And you get, like, it's the same thing as the first people that go to Mars to colonize Mars, because that's what Christopher Columbus did. He colonized America. Literally, the first people that go to colonize Mars, it's almost the same thing.
Yeah, essentially. I mean, the only thing is, with Columbus, he showed up and there was already people here. Versus with Mars, if there's Martians,
but from a societal standpoint, because before, like, society was like, they didn't realize there was people there. Society to them was just their immediate society.
Right.
The world wasn't.
It was like Attack on Titan.
The world wasn't big enough to realize that, like, okay, there's people here already.
Right.
Because we don't know what there's people on Mars. We just don't know.
Yeah, 100%.
And then we go over there and we're like, oh shit, a bunch of people here. We got aliens. We got to go kill these aliens. Right? These native Martians.
Yeah, you know how humans go. Oh, geez, there's somebody's there. Well, let's kill them and showcase our dominance.
I think we're woke now, so like we'll go there and we'll be like, we come in peace. But the second they attack us, they're like, we got to fight back.
Right. But then at the same time, how do we identify the attack? Oh, we are so great. They come over and, this guy looks a little aggressive. Let me pull out my gun.
And then so then Americans do that, and then sure enough, freaking, I don't know, 400 years from now, you're gonna have like native Martians who have casinos and shit, and they're gonna be like, yo, you took our land, like this was our land, and then like we should change Earth Day to like fucking Colonizer Day, because that's what they did. They don't like
Martian Awareness Day.
They don't have Columbus Day no more. They have.
Gotta say that is a sensational joke. That is that's top tier delivery
of what
right there of the contrast of the Martians to the natives.
Bro, it's so true.
Top tier joke.
We're gonna go to space and then they're gonna be like, yo, fuck Earth Day. It's Martian Awareness Day.
Soon enough,
like
we're all gonna have a patch.
So
they're
that's
gonna
what
be
I'm saying.
Endangered
like,
community.
It's so bold. Like what they did there was bold to go to America with no fucking map or nothing. Isn't it the same shit? Like going to Mars, no map, just freestyling it to Mars. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's why I'm not becoming no astronaut. Not gonna end up like the Challenger in '86. Not me. It's not going down like that.
That's when that blew up, right?
Yeah, it blew up. It was bad. Live
you think
telebroadcast.
Black people are better in water or in space?
Better in water than in space?
Black people are better in water or in space?
I'd say water, because we've been able to adapt towards the water. I don't know so much about space. I don't know too many black astronauts. Then again, I don't know too many astronauts.
Are there any black astronauts?
No, there's definitely black astronauts. I just don't know any astronauts really.
Black astronauts? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a good number of them now, but
how do you become an astronaut? What's the process of becoming an astronaut?
It's something of you study astrophysics possibly in college, and then it becomes like a pipeline towards becoming an astronaut.
That's crazy.
I don't think there's any sort of astronauts who hadn't.
Ain't it fucked up how like they tell kids like
for it?
I don't know why. When I was a kid, I always assumed like, oh, that was a realistic job possibility for me. Like as a kid, you're like, what do you want to be? They're like doctor, astronaut. I want to be fucking veterinarian. And then it's like, what did you end up becoming? Barista.
Right, because there's a lot of work that goes into a ton of stuff like that. Because astronaut, well, unless of course you have enough, clout or money, then you could be like a Michael Strahan, just go to space,
but why the fuck
with
did
no
I think
background or whatever
so
the case may be.
An astronaut. I'm like, yo,
interest in just the unknown.
Let me go to astronaut school.
Right, it's like the archaeologists. You're just literally just studying, fossils or all this other stuff. So it's just a history buff per se. Astronaut is kind of just, I guess, identify things that's just never been identified, or maybe dive deeper into stuff. I don't know. It's big, but me and science never really meshed like that. So it was never really my never really my
anti-science?
subject. No, I'm not anti-science. It was of all of my subjects. I think it was math was 1, social studies was 2, English was 3, and then science was about like 4th. It was always at like the bottom because it never really interested me to that high level. I never cared that much about it.